This is No Face Bigfoot, and this is my overview of Nintendo Force Magazine issue number 77, and this is the Nintendo Switch 2 launch guide. And in case anybody's wondering what this magazine and who writes for it, this is mainly the people who were with Nintendo Power Magazine back in the day, before it was canceled. So here we go. This is the Nintendo 2 Switch guide, and comes with two posters here, which I believe I showed in a previous video. Alright, here we go. Table of contents. This shows you everything in here, and this pretty much follows the same outline or the format as the original Nintendo Power Magazine. So of course you got your letters right there to the editor. So cartoons as usual, but what we're going to focus on here is basically the Nintendo Switch overview. So we'll kind of go over a few things. It talks about drop the price. Actually, I feel this is actually not too bad of a price at $449. What pisses me off is all the peripherals are so expensive. And in game cards versus game key cards, where I believe you have to download them, so it's going to be a little bit different. So, Collector's Corner, and we're just going to kind of go through this. Forecast about possible games and what's going to be in them. So again, download some previews, confirmed titles for future releases, as you can see right there. Some new games coming up, including Luigi's Mansion. News, and then we got reviews of the downloadable games. Okay, so we got Everhood 2 and all these other games right here. So, alright, here's one for all my people who are a little bit in the older age range. Breakout Beyond. That was actually supposed to be on the Amiga, the Intellivision Amiga. Long story right there. Alright, Okami HD. Basically, Okami, which came out, I believe, on the original PlayStation. So, Krog Legends of the Gobos. There's another PlayStation 1 mascot that's on the Switch now. Alright, here we go. Here's the launch guide. So these are the games that are on the Switch 2 that are coming out. First it talks about the software, or the actual console, not the software, but the console itself, which is actually handheld as well. The accessories, which they just decided, oh yeah, they're going to be tariffs, so, but you know, we get these made in China, so we're still going to make a profit, but we're still just going to make sure we don't lose that profit. Sure. Yeah, that's what all the game companies are whining about now. Alright, here we go. The big controversy. $80, but this also, I believe, comes with the Nintendo Switch console when you order it. So, I believe it's $500 for that. So, that's a good deal, because that means the game would be like $50 to $80. So, I suspect most people will go this route. So, again, it's introducing 20 new characters. It's supposed to be open world. I think it's supposed to be something similar to Forza or The Crew, which is not a very good, series by Ubisoft, but Forza is. So that should be a lot of fun. And what I've seen from the game is, one mode where you get completely eliminated if you're not at a certain spot. They have Grand Prix and open world challenges, so this should be really fun. When I do get one down the road, I will get it. I will not buy the game by itself. It will be with the console. Alright. Drag X Drive, don't know what that is. Street Fighter 6. If they can get this on the Switch 2, they're doing something. But Capcom is really good. They were able to get Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the original PlayStation. And almost not arcade perfect, but pretty close. So they're pretty good about porting things. Cyberpunk 2077 Ultimate Edition. If they can do that on the Switch 2, then the console is worth playing, because that was a complete bust when it first came out on the PlayStation 4. Daemon X Machina, Titanic Scion, Bravely Default, Story of Seasons, which I'm not too familiar about. So, Deltarune, chapters 1 through 4. So, interesting game. Hogwarts Legacy, which I'm actually going to play a little bit later this summer. That was on PlayStation. I don't even like Harry Potter. I hate Harry. Actually, I don't hate. I'm just not interested. But a game like this, yeah, that would actually get me into the game, because these are the kind of things, like, I'm not a big Lord of the Rings fan, but I love playing the games because EA did a really good job, especially with the Nemesis system. All right, Star Wars Outlaws, which was not very good. That was a complete flop. Let's see, Nintendo Switch 2 editions of other games coming out. So I believe these probably came from the original Switch. I'm not sure. All right, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. This was on the original PlayStation and PS2. And I remember when I used to basically run a bowling program, youth bowling coach. We go on these long trips. This is what everybody was playing. Tony Hawk. And Madden. And Madden. And NFL 2K, NBA 2K. Yakuza 0. Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate. That game's, I guess, like 6 or 7 years old now. I've played it like 4 times. Is it great? Yeah, it is. It's a great game. It's just not awesome. Too much talking. Too much stopping and going. We'll see how this game is once it comes out, if I were to purchase this. Donkey Kong Bonanza. The environment is supposed to be mostly completely destructible, and where you can find secrets that way. So I don't know how they're going to be able to do that on Switch 2, but I've seen gameplay of it, and it looks like it's going to be pretty decent, but I'll wait till it comes out. Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, that's a follow-up to the original one that came out. It's a mix of Tetris and Puyo Puyo, which is a Sega game. Fast Fusion, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition. Wow. And there's a PlayStation game coming to the Switch. So that tells you how much is being put into the Switch too. So there's a lot of faith involved. Duskbloods, don't know what that is. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, you should know what that series is about because it's been out for almost 40 years now. It will be 40 years, once the late 20s roll around? This is just crazy. And FPS game, that ought to be fun. That's something I would buy. I did play the original one, but not 2 and 3. Fortnite, which is on more systems than Skyrim, which is saying a lot. Survival Kids. Pokemon Legends Z and A. I'm not too sure about this. I assume it's just another Pokemon game. Imagine me saying that. Another Pokemon game. Gotta catch them all. Hitman Word of Assassination Signature Edition. This is one of the best games out there. It kind of mixes several games where you assassinate villains in different ways. You can chop them up into pieces in like a wood chopper. All kinds of crazy stuff. You can poison people. You could dress up as people, in different outfits and everything, uniforms, just all kinds of crazy stuff. This game is it's outwardly insane. Split Fiction, Hyrule Warriors, Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Raiders. I believe this is a remake of a game from the GameCube. I might be wrong on that. So more comics right here. It's a me, a Mario. Alright, then we go retro here with Mario Kart. And here we talk about Arkanoid, Do It Again. That's a very classic game, which is based on Breakout, which I showed earlier in the video. And a game that was actually made for the Intellivision Amiga, but it's actually come out for the modern consoles now. But yeah, this is the Breakout clone right here. But it's more than the clone. It updated the game, made it fun, and boy, is it hard as shit. I mean, no, I'll take that back. It is hard as a brick. Alright. Chibi Robo. I'm not too familiar with that series. Alright, Warp Zone. So they go back in time here. And usually there's a timeline in here. Oh no, this is where to go back talking about the old Nintendo Power magazines. I haven't read this magazine in several months, so. Alright, more cartoons. Asia Farah interview. They really give good in-depth interviews in this. So if you're interested in Nintendo stuff, this is really good to read. Alright, now reviews of games that came out. And again, this is usually several months old when it comes out. So Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, that series originally came out on the PlayStation. If I remember correctly, in the original game there was a 2-hour cutscene. You heard that right, 2 hours. Alright. Sid Meier's Civilization 7. Okay. I don't see them giving the score on it, but from what I've seen, it's mostly a 7. There it is, 7.5. So most magazines have been giving it a 7, or websites. The Legend of Heroes Trials Through Daybreak 2. I know nothing about that game. Thought for a second it was a Suda51 game, but it's not. 8-layer Yumiya. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster. This is an RPG there. Again, another PlayStation game that's coming out. Original PS1 game that's coming out on Switch 2. It's already out on the PlayStation, I think PS4 as well, and PS5. And 108, yes, 108 playable characters in each game. And there's certain ways you have to get each one. I remember putting 108 plus hours into that game. Pun intended. Fitness Boxing 3, Your Personal Trainer. Yeah, don't care. They give an archive here. So, of all the previous reviews, it's been in the last few months, especially the important ones. And sometimes they'll go back and give a second opinion on some of the games. This is the Switch 2 experience, the launch party and everything. So I bet you this was a lot of fun. I wasn't even excited for the original Switch one, but this one I'm more excited for. So mainly because I always love my 3DS, my GBA, my 3D, my DS. The last Switch 2. So that's British English right there. A queue is a long line. That's all you need to know. Alright. So here we go right here. And then next issue will feature all kinds of Switch 2. So that should be coming out pretty soon. This is a very good magazine right here. I believe it comes over from England. So there's Mario Kart World right there. Ought to be a fun game. It's got to be, right? So there you have it. That's my ooh, you're now reading upside down. And I'm working on my area right here. The light I was working on kind of got messed up, and the wire got cut because the packaging was so messed up. It was so tight. So I'm working on some things. So that side going that way by my steps will be the background. So I'm gonna get hopefully a green backstop and everything, green screen, and fix this place up. This is a work in progress. I've already started working. I got a couple more videos I'm gonna come up with next week, and over the weekend you'll probably get some shorts and me being at the Rochester Pinball Collective for their big tournament up there. It's called Stomp, like the song Stomp. Stomp 7. A lot of people from Buffalo Pinball will be there, and a lot of people from Ohio that I know are going to be there. So that ought to be pretty cool. And I believe y'all don't know because most people watch this channel don't watch for pinball stuff. But Jose and Stephanie, I believe, will be up there. So they're pinball legends here in the Virginia area. So all right, and hopefully I might interview one of my friends that I see in Ohio all the time. Not one of the better pinball players, but somebody who's really cool and fun to be around. because those kind of people I like to be around, because I get mad sometimes and I do a lot of cussing. You can't even censor because it would be a beef show. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and notify, because I'm so notified. Bad pun. Anyway, I'm out. Peace.